Um, you know, if not for you, the baba dee doo boo doo, I wouldn't do a summer down. I just wouldn't have a clue if not for you. This just reminded me of something. You know, George Harrison has been dead for, 11 years. And, there are lots of things to be said. Mostly good. Mostly very good things. But I felt like not always being, you don't always want to, everything has to be Pollyanna and only speak good things, and if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say blah blah blah, that sort of thing. Occasionally we do have to offer up some critical comments too. So here is sort of my criticisms of George Harrison, which are not original. A lot of other people have thought them too. It comes down to basically, George, you seem like a nice guy. And George, you made a lot of music that was quite good and quite memorable as a member of the Beatles. And you made some pleasant sounding stuff after the Beatles too. And everybody that knew you said you were a nice guy. I don't think anybody ever said anything mean about George Harrison. Maybe that's, in the end, all that counts. And any slight criticisms that I may have to offer, maybe in the end, they amount to absolutely nothing. And what really counts is just simply that he was presumably a nice guy, and nobody, and it just took a crazy person to want to attack him in his own home. And it seems kind of weird that somebody could, a guy that lives in a mansion with full-time security guards and a security gate, that some nutcase could have managed to sneak in there and hide in his kitchen. Chances are, even if Harrison had not been stabbed multiple times in the chest, he still would at this point be dead, that he still would have had lung cancer. But that attack that happened like just before New Year's of 2000, January 1st in 2000, chances are that did end up taking years off of his life. Chances are that made it harder for him to recover from the cancer that he was going to get anyhow, because he had smoked for decades, and that was not a good thing. And I think this being stabbed in the chest made it that much harder for him to recover from the illness he would have had anyhow. And by now, 11 years later, I think he would still not be alive. So, having mentioned all that, every once in a while, you see George Harrison, and it's like his songs, particularly just like after the Beatles broke up, all about Hare Krishna and God this, and I love you, God. And it's all, even if he doesn't say God, he explains, privately or in his autobiography. He says, well, it said you, but the you it was talking to wasn't a girl, it was God. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's fucking boring. Nobody fucking wanted to hear about fucking Hare Krishna. You were a Beatle, you had been a Beatle, the people thought you were the greatest thing ever. And then you went off and you got into your own Hare Krishna thing for whatever reasons of your own. And most people were turned off by that. Most people found it really pretty boring, and it was like, why are you inflicting this on us? Why can't you be, you're a former Beatle, and this is all you can come up with is this lame Hare Krishna shit. So I don't know why I'm saying this, just except that I saw a video of George Harrison and Bob Dylan singing If Not For You, and Bob Dylan, such a bad singer. George Harrison also, well, probably both of them fucked their voices up to a certain extent through cigarette smoking. But I mean, that doesn't do any good to your voice box, your larynx. So there. I don't even know why I'm saying this. But that's what I have to say about George Harrison, such as it is. All this Krishna shit was like boring. Nobody fucking want. And you know what else it made me think of? It made me think of revolution. It made me think of the words that you say you want a revolution, but if you go carrying pictures of Chairman Mao, you ain't gonna make it with anyone anyhow. And I was thinking that the words of that could be changed to, if you go carrying pictures of Maharishi, you ain't gonna make it with anybody anyhow. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. You say you like the Maharishi, and you know, so there you go. Well, you know, but if you go carrying pictures of Hare Krishna, anyhow, this is not one of my greater videos.